Hello students, myself Rakesh Misra. In this video lecture, you will learn the contribution of different scientists in the photosynthesis. As you all know, photosynthesis is very important concept. So let's see how many scientists and their contribution in the photosynthesis. Let us talk about historical perspectives of photosynthesis. Historical perspectives of photosynthesis. Here I have a list of almost 7 scientists that give their contribution in the photosynthesis. Point 1, Joseph Priestley, 1770. Point 2, John Ingenhousz, 1779. Third, Jens Senevier, 1782. Fourth, Nicholas D. Saussure in 1804. Fifth is Julius von Sachs in 1854, and sixth is E.W. Engelmann in 1888. Seven is the C.B. von Neil in 1897, and 8 is collectively Samuel Rubin and Kramer in 1940. So these are some scientists who gave their contribution in the photosynthesis. Joseph Priestley, Jane Ingenhousz, Jens Senevier, Nicholas D. Saussure, Julius von Sachs, E.W. Engelmann, N. C.B. von Neil, Samuel Rubin and Kramer. One by one I will describe about that. Listen. Joseph Priestley gave the very special sentence regarding photosynthesis. He gave the light is essential. Green plants restore the oxygen during the photosynthesis. The sentence regarding, let us talk about Joseph Priestley gave the statements: green plants restore oxygen during photosynthesis. Green plants restore oxygen during photosynthesis. The sentence given by Joseph Priestley. Joseph Priestley also credited to give their important contribution in the discovery of oxygen. He is well popular in mouse candle experiment. In one pot, he had taken the mouse plus candle. After some time, mouse died. In the second experiment, he had taken the mouse, candle and plants. Mouse live. Listen carefully. The reason behind fact why mouse live in the first experiment, because as the candle burn, it releases the carbon dioxide, and there is no source of consumption of carbon dioxide in the jar, so mouse get died in first experiment. In second experiment, as the candle burn, the carbon dioxide release, it will be absorbed by the green plants, and later green plants, after absorption of carbon dioxide, perform the photosynthesis and then release the oxygen. So the mouse get oxygen and remain survive for long time. So basic reason behind the fact why the carbon dioxide, why the mouse live in the second experiment, the green plant restored the oxygen. That was the sentence of Joseph Priestley. All about matter will be discussed in physical classes. Now back to the second point. Second point, the Jane Ingle House. Ingle House in 1779. Jane Ingle House in 1779 proved that the light is essential to purify the air. Light is essential to purify the air. It was given by Jane Ingle House, and he is well popular with hydrilla plants experiment, and it will be discussed in physical classes. Now, third, James Senevier, 1782. James Senevier gave the idea during the photosynthesis, carbon dioxide absorbed and oxygen is released out. According to Jane Ingle House, the amount of oxygen evolved is greater than the amount of carbon dioxide is utilized. उन्होंने क्या बोला, जितने अमाउंट में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एब्जॉर्ब जितने अमाउंट में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिलीज होता है उससे बहुत कम अमाउंट में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बॉडी के अंदर, प्लांट्स बॉडी के अंदर एंट्री करता है. ड्यूरिंग द फोटोसिंथेसिस अमाउंट ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड दैट absorbed by the green plant is very lesser than the amount of oxygen that released out. That is the basic way that you can define in your own language, and he is well popular with hydrilla experiment, hydrilla plant experiment. It will be discussed in physical classes. James Senevier 1782 gave an idea that during the photosynthesis carbon dioxide released and oxygen enter. Keep in mind. Now, and he get the idea that the carbon dioxide, amount of carbon dioxide that released is that absorbed by the green plants is equal to the amount of oxygen. Now the point number 4, listen carefully. Point number 4, Nicolas de Saussure. Nicolas de Saussure put that during the photosynthesis H2O also absorbed. H2O also absorbed. It means water also absorbed during photosynthesis. Before it there was no any clue that water absorbed. ठीक है, सब सारी चीजें डिस्कस की जाएगी लाइक फिजिकल क्लासेस में और पूरा पॉइंट टू पॉइंट लिखा दिया जाएगा. ठीक है ना. अब आते हैं नेक्स्ट 6 पे. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट नंबर 5 पे आते हैं. जूलियस वॉन सैक्स in 1854. Julius von Sachs gave the idea during photosynthesis glucose synthesized. During photosynthesis glucose synthesized, which later convert into starch. That was given by Julius von Sachs. 6. E.W. Engelmann in 1888 gave the idea that yellow and green light is not favorable for photosynthesis while the blue, violet and red light is favorable for photosynthesis. Keep in mind, he used the prism to split the light in vibgyor and later used the cladophora algae for photosynthesis and aerobic bacteria to identify the oxygen that emits in the different parts of the plants. He found that the rate of photosynthesis are greater in red, violet and blue light to compare than the yellow and green light. The reason behind the fact will be discussed in physical classes. Now 0.7 C.B. Morley in 1897 concluded that the oxygen that finally evolved during the photosynthesis always comes from water, not come from the carbon dioxide. He used hydrogen sulfide for his experiment in place of water and finally find that sulfur is released, and they concluded that if hydrogen in presence of suitable oxidizable compound reduce the carbon dioxide into glucose and the sulfur will release down. Similarly, the water if present then the oxygen is released out. उन्होंने क्या किया, H2S लिया प्लस 6 मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ H2S, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के साथ इसको यूज किया, फाइनली क्या बना C6H12O6 प्लस 6H2। अब यहां पे बोला कि अगर H2S की जगह पे वाटर होता तो सल्फर की जगह पे क्या निकलता, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, सल्फर की जगह पे क्या निकलता, ऑक्सीजन निकलता। क्लियर है ना, सल्फर की जगह पे ऑक्सीजन निकलता। अगर H2O की जगह पे H2S की जगह पे H2O होता तो सल्फर की जगह पे क्या निकलता, ऑक्सीजन निकलता, क्योंकि वो सल्फर H2S लिए थे तो वहां से सल्फर गैस निकला। ठीक है, इस पे वो क्लू दिए कि वाटर जो ऑक्सीजन फाइनली निकलता है फोटोसिंथेसिस में वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के ऑक्सीजन से नहीं आता है, वाटर के ऑक्सीजन से आता है। बाद में सैमुअल रूबिन एंड क्रैमर 1940 में ऑक्सीजन के आइसोटॉप का यूज करते हुए ये रिकॉग्नाइज किया कि ये सही स्टेटमेंट है कि ऑक्सीजन जो निकलता है फोटोसिंथेसिस के बाद वो कहां से निकलता है, वो निकलता है वाटर से। सो दीज ऑल अबाउट द एक्सपेरिमेंट रिगार्डिंग द हिस्टोरिकल पर्सपेक्टिव्स। ठीक है ना। अब इसके बाद जो कंट्रीब्यूशन था वो किसका था, 8 नंबर पे सैमुअल रूबिन एंड क्रैमर, सैमुअल रूबिन एंड क्रैमर। सैमुअल रूबिन एंड क्रैमर ये क्या किए, सैमुअल रूबिन एंड क्रैमर ने क्या लिया, ऑक्सीजन का आइसोटॉप लिया, आइसोटॉप ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, ऑक्सीजन का क्या लिया, आइसोटॉप, और ये बताए कि फाइनली जो ऑक्सीजन निकल रहा है ऑक्सीजन का आइसोटॉप वाटर में लिया, ऐसे H2O स्टार लगा दिया। ठीक है, और फाइनली जो ऑक्सीजन निकला वो आइसोटॉप वाला ही था। ठीक है, वाटर जब बनाया तो आइसोटॉप ऑक्सीजन का यूज किया और फाइनली जो ऑक्सीजन निकला वो आइसोटॉप ही था। कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड में नॉर्मल ऑक्सीजन लिया लेकिन एब नॉर्मल यानी कि नॉर्मल जो ऑक्सीजन निकला वो नॉर्मल नहीं था, तो फाइंड आउट किया कि जो ऑक्सीजन निकल रहा वो आइसोटॉप ऑफ वाटर से निकल रहा है, आइसोटॉप ऑफ ऑक्सीजन जो वाटर में यूज किया था वहां से निकल रहा है। ये पूरा हिस्टोरिकल पर्सपेक्टिव्स है, इसको फिजिकल क्लास में लिखवा दिया जाएगा, पढ़वा दिया जाएगा।